Hey.
Hey, man.
Nice to meet you. A real,
Nice to meet you too, Sneako.
I'm glad to finally get to call you. I'm in Saudi Arabia. I'm in Medina right now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you can. This is one of the holy cities.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
Great to finally meet you, man. Where are you calling from right now?
From Wendell, North Carolina.
Well, I got to say, first off, I love seeing you stand up like that. How's your arm doing?
It's doing good. I got it all wrapped up. You know, I got care at George Washington University Hospital.
Brother.
And I had a really great surgeon. He took care of me real good, man.
I'm glad to hear that. And you didn't face any serious. Everything's okay. Like I really like seeing your courage and stand up against that because.
Well, they released me from
They released you?
Yeah. What's that?
They released you from what? Can you explain?
Yeah, they released me from, for now. I go back at a court date on April 2nd, and they've got 3 counts of resisting arrest, 3 counts of assault on an officer, and 1, disturbing the peace or 1 other charge, something like that.
Well, I mean, you were just exercising your right to free speech.
For sure. I was just standing my ground, and they were the ones that were being really aggressive with me. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was brutal to see, and I could see my friend Lucas Gage was able to identify from your uniform that you've served before, correctly?
Yeah, I was a 4-year enlister. I was 4 years in the Marines.
So did you fight in Iraq?
Yeah, now we were deployed in Iraq.
So how did you realize that war was a scam? I know a lot of people enlisted post 9/11, and we heard the lies about weapons of mass destruction. So clearly, as an Iraq War veteran, thank you for doing what you believe to be right, and thank you so much for your service. But we realized that war was a lie. There were no weapons of mass destruction. 1 million innocent Iraqis were killed and had birth defects. So the fact that you don't want to repeat the same mistakes for the sham war for Israel, it shows that you care about this country, unlike these politicians who are so cowardly they'll try to get people to die in a war they won't fight in.
Yeah, Iraq is destabilized to this day. ISIS, birthed ISIS, and the whole reasoning for it was a lie, like you said, and to see it be repeated, and then the millions of Iraqis that died. I met an Iraqi, amazing man. He was 30 years old, and he looked at me. He says, "But I'm tired, man. I'm tired." And he's been an emergency responder, EMT, and he's linked up with some amazing donors, and he does so much for his community. He's built an art museum. He donates bathrooms for the Gaza genocide, like large, kind of trailer type bathrooms. He takes trips to Sudan, and he gathers up the worst injured people or most sick people and transport them by airplane to hospitals. So when I met him, I had a lot of guilt, and I just kind of confessed to him how I participated in the occupation of Iraq in 2003, and he just, looked at me with kind eyes and said, "Hey, man, I know I've known many people like this, and the world is a big, scary place," and he just looked at me with forgiving natured eyes, and of course we were meeting at the flotilla, so we had both had our intentions to try to help people now at this point. So anyway, he was forgiving of my past, and it meant a lot to me, being that he was an Iraqi man. And so anyway,
yeah, I mean, that senator who broke your arm. But first off, the fact that you didn't flinch at all when your arm was locked in the door like that, I've never seen somebody have so little of a reaction, which made it pretty clear that you probably had some combat history. But what did you think about the subsequent response? Because I would love to see more veterans like you speak up and prevent the same mistakes from happening. I think most people consider you to be a hero. I do, and I really thank you for speaking up like that. That shows true patriotism. But also I saw some others who say some disrespectful things, some other talking heads and streamers. What did you think about the response to this moment?
So yeah, I got 95% support. I mean, it's real heartwarming messages, sharing that they support me and they're behind me. Then you got some haters, people pull the whole "you're out of regulations with your uniform" type of card, and I just can't buy that argument, given that we're killing people and innocent children, and they want to concern themselves about uniform regs, and then the Senator Sheehy's comment about I hope I get the help that I need was very disingenuous and snarky and backhanded statement or comment. So yeah, man. I'm not trying to be unpatriotic. I think I am being actually more patriotic because I'm looking out for my military brothers and sisters.
I agree.
Genuinely.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, is prevent this from happening. What do you think we could do to wake up more troops about this and see what's really going on? I saw Trump was declaring victory today. There might be deploying 5,000 Marines. They want troops on the ground ASAP. What else do you think could be done to try to prevent more innocent lives from dying on both sides?
Well, my friend, I'm not sure, man. I just had my nephew come over, and he's enlisted in the Marines in Camp Lejeune. He's in radio comms, and man, what a conflicting feeling I have about this, because I'm proud of him for stepping into this role, and he looks like $1 million, and he's young and strong. I was a Marine, so we share that enthusiasm, but man, my concern for him is serious. He's got friends that are going to Iran and that part of the world. He may be deployed to Venezuela or Cuba, and so what can we do is he said some really beautiful things too. Like me and my wife were just asking him, how do you feel about the war and your potential to go to Iran and stuff, and being in the Marines, and his remark was just his reply was just, I thought if there's more Muslims or more diverse community in the Marines, we could just make it a better place, and that was his real intent. And so I really feel like everybody who has a good-natured heart in every position they are, if we all can just like magically and invisibly just connect and bond and know that we're here for each other and make an impact in everywhere we are, then I would assume we can make the world a better place in every little way that we can, in our own little
Absolutely.
ways.
Yeah, and the funniest thing was the biggest expose they had on you was he has a Palestinian wife. It's like the biggest expose for them is that they're on Epstein Island. For you, it's that you have a marriage. Like, how is that a big reveal of anything?
It's a big reveal of their racism. It's
right.
A big reveal of their ignorance about my wife. She's American Palestinian. She is from Raleigh, North Carolina. That makes her a North Carolinian, she's a good old American girl.
Yeah.
That has Palestinian descent. Her dad is so great. I love him. But he's got a southern accent, and he was a fireman for where I was, and he's just a good old boy. So he's great. He's funny, man. And so these people are so much more people than anybody wants to let them be to them. And they're just making all these comments without ever knowing them. So it's complete ridiculousness.
Yeah, that was, I think, the biggest moment where you just see like the hypocrisy and double standard, where that was supposed to be like a career-ending revelation. The fact that you are happily married, they really have nothing. They have nothing. So,
yeah. It's silly, man. It's ridiculous. I know. My wife, she's genuine. She's great. She's a wonderful woman. We got 4 young kids. We're doing the best we can, trying to raise them up and make them some good kids. And it's crazy, man. They're 10, 9, and 7-year-old twin boys, and a girl and a boy. And they're a handful, but they're the best. And so we was changing diapers for 6 years straight. We've been through it, just like everybody everybody else. So I wish we could just all, relate on the realities and struggles of life instead of just jumping to like the stereotypical hate we're throwing back and forth. I know it's a real intense situation with the war going on, but that's all just drummed up drama, trying to make Muslims and Christians and Americans and Iranians and Palestinians and Israelis sound like they're enemies when we have more in common than we should, than we realize.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to turn this into a religious war. If the rhetoric I saw Trump said yesterday, Iranians, they have something genetically wrong with them. They're saying that the people in Iran are religiously backwards while they're doing this prayer on Trump while putting their hands on his head. And Hegseth had these weird kafir tattoos and antichrist tattoos. When you were in the army, what did you hear about them? Because we're hearing some reports from Hegseth telling people that this is a holy war and Jesus anointed a light on Trump to bless the state of Israel and to destroy Iran. What is the religious aspect that you could tell us, having served in the Iraq War?
Well, when I was in the Iraq War, I was quite a Bible thumper. I wasn't, trying to preach to everybody, but I was really into my faith, and that gave me a lot of stability, and I was always, really, in a way, you could say that I was just focused on being a good, righteous person. I never thought I was in this war for God's message or anything. I was just going through the Marines and wanting to defend my brother on my right and my left, just the usual military stuff. As far as, the excess message relating to, how this is prophecy and, the soldiers and Marines and sailors and airmen are fulfilling, something on behalf of Trump's divine position, that's a little carried away, and it's hard to believe that that's really happening. But some of the YouTube videos that I've been told to watch from some of my friends back in Illinois are quite slanted, as if this is like the end of the world and Armageddon, and prophecies are starting to, really, roll out or really take place. So I think, it is really taking hold of a lot of people's minds, and it's scary to think that. But in my opinion, this is what a horrible fate, what a horrible prophecy to have to lead into the end of the world type stuff. I still think we shouldn't just like passively accept it. We should still keep our eyes wide open and look out for evil and call evil out and try to do good and try to help the world.
I can't disagree with anything you said, man. And best of luck to you. Do you have anything to share? How do we support you?
Well, let's see. I just really appreciate you letting me be on your platform, and I really want to wish everybody out there, the best, and peace in this times. And you have a good time out there in Saudi Arabia. And Ramadan Mubarak to you. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you reaching out to me and giving me an opportunity to speak with you.
Yeah, I hope to speak to you again soon when I have a little more of a cleaner setup. When I'm back in America, I'll be back soon. I appreciate your time, Brian, so much. Anything you need, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you in any way.
Yeah, thank you, Sneako. And listen, when you called out Rabbi Shmuley in New York Times Square, I think that was just so motivating, man. And so the last 2.5 years has been so hard to witness the Gaza genocide. So having, bright spots like that, having like strong, people speak out on, Palestine's behalf they really stand out. So that was a real special time in my mind. So I appreciate that one for sure, brother.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks so much for the conversation. Talk soon. Bye.
You too.
Peace, Brian.
Bye.